Afternoon. So it's Tuesday today, and the job today is well, it's getting a bit late in the day really for doing this job, but I am gonna try and muck this fourth chicken shed out. There's hens in it. They're very flighty hens, which is why I've put it off. I'm putting it off, but the muck's coming through the floor, so it's getting very hot. We've had a few really hot days, and it's been really hot in there while I was doing the silaging. So taking the muck out will just allow a lot more air to get through the shed, and obviously the muck generates heat. So it needs to be done, so that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm just going to collect all the skids somewhere in all this grass, or all the pieces of 3B4 or 3B5 that are used as skids for the shed. So just going to collect all them, take them over there, lay them out, drag the shed. I've got the digger down there ready, just need to bring a trailer down. I'll probably drag it with this and then drag it back with a tractor, because the concrete's normally slippy if it's not been washed. So, but you've seen the whole process before, so I'm not going to film it all, but that's what I'm doing today. So fertiliser spreader's going past. Yesterday I went to Skipton Market with the intention of buying a trailer load of ewes and lambs, and I came back with five ewes. So a bit disappointing. There was hardly, I'm in the market for like broken ewes, broken mouth ewes, but there was hardly any, and I sat there and waited for some, and yeah, there was hardly any. And I don't think the ones I bought were even broken mouth. I think they were three crop. Quite tidy actually, the ones I got. There's quite a few reasonably tidy couples that were not going for. They weren't getting many bids. I think it's very late in the season, and they weren't letting them go. The sellers weren't letting them go, because I think they're taking them expecting big money because of the way the lambs are trading. But yeah, I think it's a bit late in the season, and I think a lot of people have maybe been busy at doing other things because of the weather. So I'm hoping maybe to go up to another market tomorrow if I can, and have another go. It's a long way to drive to come back with a near enough empty trailer, but that's the risk you take. So anyway, the plan is to get that shed mucked out today, and then hopefully put this electric fencing up and get some cattle out onto here. I also want to try and get some dehorning done. So yeah, I've got loads to do. We're forecast, it's come very wet. I know it's nice now, but it's been very wet all morning. We've had quite a bit of rain last night, which is great for these lads that getting spuds and spring barley in. But yeah, if it was just what we've had, it would be great, but it's looking wet for the next week at least. So I think by the time it dries up again, if we do get a week of rain, everything's going to be well ready to cut. Right now I've probably got, like, if it was dry from now onwards, I would probably crack on and cut a few little fields that never got grazed, because they want doing. And I would say in a week's time, me two big fields that got sheep grazed, will be ready to cut. So if we have a big wet spell now, it's going to be a mad panic to get everything done before the grass loses its quality. But there you are, that's the sort of year we're having. Right, I'm going to collect all these skids and crack on with mucking the shed out, and hopefully get it done before the day's over. So yeah, shed's all moved. This is the bit that was coming through the floor. It's just the bit in the middle of the shed where they all sit at night. So yeah, I'll just make sure I don't muck out all my wooden skids, and then we'll get it moved as quick as we can and get it moved back. Moved, so we're going to tip this last load off, take the trailer off and then drag the shed back with the tractor, hopefully. I've spilled muck all the way down my drive. This third load I think, it was a real sloppy stuff. It's like slurry, and I put too much on the trailer, so I've got blobs of chicken muck all the way up my drive now, all the way through the yard. So I'll have to put the loader bucket on and scoop it all up, otherwise it's just going to bloody stink. Look at it. Do it like a dump trailer really, like with a, what do they call it? High back dump trailer, or a trailer with a hydraulic back door. Either of those would do, that'd be nice. I'll put it on the list. Yeah, I got this yard all leveled off yesterday. So, yeah, it's quite a nice, usable bit of space now. Well, we're all put back and I'm done. I don't know what time it is now. Oh Christ, 20 past 8. So yeah, it's just the actual mucking out part is not the big job at all. Just putting everything back together, connecting the auger back up. And the table where you roll eggs off has to be all taken, the legs have to be taken off it, and yeah, it's just loads of little fiddly things. I've just done my favourite job, which is crawl underneath the shed to lift the legs. Don't know whether you can see, but there's a leg on each bay. For some reason when there's all the hens in it, it doesn't half sag down, so when you drag it back the legs are like on an angle, so you have to crawl underneath. I've probably said all this before. Take my little trolley thing and crawl underneath and a trolley jack and just lift the legs up straight again. So yeah, favourite job, really nice. Probably might be a shower night tonight. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed it's all done. I expect the eggs will drop over the next couple of days because it's quite stressful for them, but they haven't actually been too bad. So right, I'm going to put all this stuff away and go and feed me calves. See where we get on tomorrow. Well, we got some sheep.
Yeah.
Haven't we, Frey? Been up to Bentham Market. And yeah, I think we've got 20 ewes. And I think there've been 30 something lambs, because there was some singles, but I tried to buy mostly twins this time. I don't think you get your get your money's worth. Like singles making just as much money per life as the twins, but I don't think the ewes are really I don't think the ewes really gain any value from what you pay for them now as when you sell them. If you're buying like older ewes that are basically cull ewes. So I don't think it's worthwhile buying singles really. And also if that one lamb dies, you know, you've got a ewe that's doing nothing, whereas if you lose a twin, at least the ewe can carry on rearing the other twin. So anyway, that should be enough to keep the grass down on this field. The other side over here, I think I'll probably mow that because that's quite tidy.
There was a sheep there.
The sheep, we had a job getting them out. I tried to spray them with Crowvect as they come out. I thought, well, I'll just give them a drench now, and then I haven't got to.
One
Has it come back in now? Yeah, I thought if we Crowvect them now, I haven't got to worry about them for 6 weeks. But yeah, I tried to just catch them in a little pen as they come out of the trailer, but they just didn't want to come off the trailer, having made a bloody noise all the way home. So anyway, happy days. Right, we'll go and catch up with our jobs. We're 3/4 of a day behind now. I haven't fed my calves. It's a bit of a trek up there and back. So, but we've managed it. So we'll go and catch up on all the feeding jobs. And then the day will probably be over. So that's today, Wednesday. Just having a walk around another field that I've been offered by the estate. It's up for grabs if you want to take 2 cuts off it. And yeah, I've been in this field. There's actually a video where I've been in this field raking last year for a friend of mine who had it. What they're playing at, I don't know. They've sort of taken ground off everyone, and then now they're desperate to try and re-rent it all out. And they're sort of renting it for near enough the same price as what they were before, and just upset a lot of people in the process. So it's quite bizarre. But anyway, he's been mithering me for an answer, so I thought I'd better come and have a look. It's a bit further away. It's about 4 or 5 miles away, and it's a wiggly journey to get here. I just thought I'd come and have a look and see what it's like for weeds. The weeds are very good. It was sprayed last year, so there's a couple of little docks, but they're not going to get ahead of the crop, I don't think. It's pretty clean. There's not a massive crop on here. It's too late to fertilise it now. I'm just having a look because there are a few ruts. You can't really tell, but where I'm stood now, there's a bit of a rut. This top bit of the field last year, it was a bit squidgy, and when he tried to get the last cut off it, I think he came and mowed. I think there's a point where he mowed to where the mower just he was making a mess, so I think he left that. But they're not deep ruts. I mean, every vehicle that went over it had quite wide tyres on, and we were quite careful. Oh, I think it wasn't baled, it was picked up with a wagon. So there's no big deep ruts, but it'll just be a bit uneven to mow, but I don't think it's really worth worrying about. So yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad crop of grass, but I'm going to end up with way too much silage, which is no bad thing. And especially with this brewer's greens, I'm going picking up another load of brewer's greens tomorrow, and I haven't really finished the stuff I've got yet. So, but yeah, that isn't half slowing the pattern on the silage. So yeah, I could end up with a lot of spare silage. So I'm half thinking whether maybe to try and make some hay. Make use of my small baler and make some small baled hay, because you can sell that. The only trouble is if you make hay, you've got to have somewhere to store it, because A lot of people will buy it over the winter, but no one wants to buy it off the field around here because it's sheds that everyone's short of. Look, there's one of my neighbour's combines. Believe it or not, he's one of the biggest arable farmers in the area, thousands of acres, and that's his combine. And I think that's where he finished combining last year, and it's been parked there ever since. He's a bit of an odd bloke. And I think if you jumped in the cab, you'd be shocked, because it's a sort of thing where you've probably got to hold about 7 different wires together to get the thing to run. So yeah. But no, so hay. If I was going to make hay, it's a lot easier obviously to make it closer to home with having to travel to and from to ted it all the while and baling it and whatever. So I'd maybe take one of my fields out that's just down the road from me for hay, and then just come and silage this, and then, well, as soon as the weather breaks, really. It's been raining all day today. We've had quite a bit of rain today. I've got a few bits to cut really as soon as it stops raining. Forecast doesn't look great, but it just depends on how much we actually get. So it'll be a case of putting an offer in for this. I don't think I'm going to offer a huge amount for it because I don't really need it, but it's definitely worth offering something, I think, because it's too good a crop to pass up on. And then if I get it, just come and mow it as soon as I can, and just silage it, just bale and wrap it, cart the bales home. Come on here with probably just some straight nitrogen, because it definitely has had muck. I know it's had muck and a reasonably decent sort of fertiliser for the last couple of years, so there'd be no point putting anything mad on it. Just go put a sprinkle of nitrogen and then get one more cut later on and then forget about it. So I think that's what I'll do. So I haven't really got a lot done today. It's been a horrible day. I was planning on going and doing some of my greenhouse, but it hasn't stopped raining all day, so it's not the sort of job you want to do in the rain, taking the glass off greenhouse. But it wants doing it. She's mithering it wants getting done and out of the way, so yeah. Anyway, right, I've seen enough. I'm going to go home and see how Mark's getting on. He's changing the clutch in my sister's car. I was trying to, so at least someone's got something done today. Fairly raining now, it is. Just got one of these idlers off the digger, because it seems as though at least one, if not both, of the bearings are knackered. It looks like it's one that I've maybe done before, so maybe I've changed one of them. But gradually all the idler bearings are going. They're all getting to that sort of age, so yeah, but try and take it apart, and then we might have one here that I can put on it. So happy days. Well, it's time to go and fetch the next load of brewer's grains. I haven't used it all. I've just had to tip. I've got a couple of piles I've had to tip out because, I mean, I feel like I've been feeding it pretty heavy the last couple of days, but obviously not heavy enough. They don't seem to be as keen on it this morning as what they, maybe because I fed them a lot of it yesterday, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, you have got to watch it, because it does go, if it's sat for a while, it does go a bit mouldy in places just on the top. So I've had to scoop a couple of bits off. I assume that's because of the hot weather. It probably wouldn't be as bad in the winter, but apart from that, the cattle seem to love it, so I'm going to go and take these tubs back now. They need them back, and then there was supposed to be 5 more to pick up, but apparently they haven't been able to do the brew this morning because of a technical problem. So anyway, I think there's 3 tubs, so I'll take these 5 back and bring 3 more, and then I should be able to manage 3. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. I mean, it's saving a little bit of barley, and it's saving, at the moment, saving a fair bit of silage. But whether that's right, whether I'm doing it right or not, I don't know. I don't know whether I could get away with feeding less barley. I don't really want to try that because I don't really want the cattle to go backwards. But yeah, it's certainly saving silage, so I think it's worth doing, and they seem to enjoy it. So anyway, we'll take this and then we'll come back. So they're mithering, they want them, so I'll have to get down there and do it. Yeah, Copper Beach update. Don't know if you can see it very well, but it's in leaf. For those of you who don't know, a couple of videos back, I've no idea which one it was. I'll find out which video it is and tell you. I'll write it in here. But move that beech tree there from where the old house was over there a couple of weeks ago, and we were unsure whether it would survive or not because it's a bit late on in the year. Really, you're better off doing it sort of in the winter. But it's come into leaf, so I thought, well, I just noticed it the other day when I walked past, and I thought I'll just let you know the outcome. So I'm just going set some fences up, and then I think I'm going to get some cows out now. It's long enough. This grass here, I'm probably going to mow if it ever blimmin' stops raining. And then once I've mowed it, I'll let some cattle on there afterwards to tidy it up. So I've just got one patch that the grass is just getting too long. I was going to let them out yesterday, and just as I was about to let them out, it started absolutely chucking it down with rain. So I thought, I'm not letting them out for the first time into pouring rain. They're just going to make a mess. So here we are. It's a nice day today, and I think it's going to be dry for the next day or two. So I've got my trough here brought back yesterday, so I can feed them barley and that. I've just got to come up with a way. Ideally I want to have a tub of barley down here, but I need to make a bit of a lid for it so it doesn't get full of rain. It's either that or I've got to carry buckets of barley down every day, which it's a bit of a pain because I always forget to take the buckets back. So I end up with all my buckets lying down here, and yeah, it's just one of them. But yeah, this is where they're going, just on this patch of ground here. So I'm going to put the fence up. There should be electric fence trained now, so I'll put the fence up, run them down, and then I've got a bit of wire to join it onto the chicken run mains ticker. So there should be plenty of power in it, so we'll see how it goes. Go on. Camlin, come back. Almost seems a shame to turn these out because some of these are looking quite nice. And yeah, they might go a bit downhill outside, especially if we have some wet weather. But I need the space in the shed, so they might just stop out for maybe 2 weeks. Because I've got to sell some big ones, and then I might be able to make space up in the top yard and bring them back in, and then turn a different bunch out, the next youngest ones instead. They just need castrating, which they're coming to do next week apparently. So well, I think that went quite well. off they go. Just need to connect that water trough up now and then get the electric on. So, happy days. Well, so far they've been out for 5 minutes and they've only managed to break one post. One wooden post down there, so it's a win, isn't it? They seem to have a decent amount of respect for the electric. So yeah, I don't think that was a bad idea really, getting them trained. But yeah, they'll probably lose a bit of condition just for the first day because they'll be all excited, and obviously the grass will just go, I know it's not exactly young grass, but it'll go straight through them. So, but yeah, hopefully they won't look too bad. So right, I'm just going to join up. Don't think that wire is on there, so I'm just got to go and join that up in the corner and then call it a day. Well, I won't call it a day, but I'll call it the end of this video. I spent all morning driving out. I went to fetch my brewer's greens and I went driving around looking for a propane gas bottle for dehorning, and I went to three or four different places and they all kept putting me on saying, no, we don't do it anymore, try here, and I just haven't had no luck finding any. So in the end I gave up and come home with my brewer's grains. As soon as I drove in the yard, there was a propane bottle, orange bottle, sat on the yard that I've been walking past probably for the last 10 years and never realised it was there. So I got it out. It felt pretty empty, but it didn't have a regulator nozzle on. So I thought, oh damn, couldn't find one anywhere. And then I had the brainwave that my auntie might have one in her caravan, because they quite often have different adapters for different bottles in the front of caravans. It turns out she did, so I was like, oh, happy days, might be able to do some dehorning. Put it on the gas bottle, got the pipe on, got it lit, and it burned for about 10 seconds and then it went out. The bottle was completely empty, so that's about as productive as my day seems to be. And now it's the weekend, so I won't be able to get any probably. There's one place I can try ringing in the morning, but yeah, it's not a lot of dehorning going on, but never mind. So anyway, thanks for watching. It's probably a long video this, but well done if you made it this far. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. So. Chickens are enjoying the sunshine.